applied here, and it was actually the first school that I got accepted to, and then I came on Odyssey Day.
The nitrogen-carbon double bond.
I met Dr. Brewer, who's like the head of the department, and I just remember meeting him and being like, yeah, I would love to be in his class.
But you can't go from here to any arbitrary point before the N=2 state.
Last fall, I took an inorganic chemistry class with him, and I absolutely loved it. There aren't words. I looked forward to going we had it on Monday and Wednesday, so I looked forward to going every time, and like I enjoyed doing the homework, and I enjoyed taking the final, which is strange to think that you enjoy taking a final. I don't know, like I just like the concept of you being able to build something around the potassium. Like you can just put it in a box, and I just think it's neat. You know, he gives you he gives you time, and he really, and I guess this is all the professors here, but maybe chemistry just takes a little bit more working at.
There's a yellow dot, and it's surrounded by 6 either perchlorate or tetrafluoroborate.
You know, 1,000 different little things, and he will find a way to make you understand it. And I love that. I love his passion for teaching. He's so dedicated, and I really admire him. Like as somebody with a visual impairment, I knew that it was better for me to get a distance away from home so that I could become more independent in my travel and just like day-to-day activities. We stop a lot. Forward. Good. Forward. Forward. It's the small things. For example, last year, and God, I loved him so much the day he did this. I was so proud of him. I was on my way to my biochem class. It was in the morning, so like I'm already not a morning person. And I'm on my way to my biochem class, and I have to give a presentation. And I was super nervous. I was just really, really nervous and tired and blah. And earlier that morning, I had went on a walk just to like get myself to wake up. And it was the same route where I'd be walking to go to my biochem class. And I went, so here I am going to class, and Phil stops. And when he stops, it's like, you have to assess where you are. So am I at a stair? Am I at a barrier? Like, what's going on here? And it was, from all the construction, there was a piece of construction tape up. And I totally didn't see it because I have enough vision that, generally I say like enough to get into trouble, but not to get out of it. But I have enough vision that if I'm up at the chalkboard, I can see it, but I have to be right on top of it. So my vision isn't great, but I'm fortunate for what I have. So I would have totally walked into that, and I would have been very flustered and probably not done as well in my presentation, but he stopped. And it's like the little everyday things like that you just like grab a hold of them. You're like, I love you so much. You're my eyes, you're my best friend, you're my world. And then all the people I've met because of him, not just because I've had him and people are willing to come up to me, but it builds community, and it gives you back like what you lost when you lose your vision. A guide dog gives back to you, and it's a gift like no other. There's more room for inclusion. And if you are willing to give somebody with a disability a chance to excel, and they want to excel, they're gonna excel because they need to be given the chance. I can't see, that doesn't mean I can't think. And that's how I feel for other students. And like if they're given the tools from the beginning, it's almost like you forge the path. And by forging the path, you make it easier for future generation. And I think that people with disabilities bring, everybody brings something to the table. And I think they can bring something different to the table. You don't have your vision, maybe you're not seeing the molecule on the paper when you're drawing it, but you can envision it in your mind and move it and manipulate it that way. And, that's a good skill to have. It's important to have in chemistry. So that's why I want other people to have opportunities and be able to do what they love, because you got to do what you love,